and happy Mental Push-Up Monday, baby. We here, and I hope you're ready to get in the gym and do some mental push-ups. And I just want to say a big old thank you to every single one of you watching this video right now, because this just would not be possible without you. And I thank you for all of your support. And I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I really do. But this blog is all about personal growth, development, but really about being. It's about who we be. Us getting in the gym, working on ourselves, and mastering self, and trying to be the best version of ourselves every single day. But as we say, working on ourselves is the most challenging yet most rewarding work that we will ever do. So let's jump right into it. Last spring, I was in a slump, probably from about February to mid-May. I was just in a almost like a kind of a dark place, so to speak, because I felt like I was just sitting on the couch of life. That's what I call it, like when you're in your comfort zone. I felt stagnant because I wasn't really like growing. Almost, you hit that plateau. And I went to this conference in May, and I had an opportunity to speak. Now, for the past 2 or 3 years, I thought that I wanted to open a school, but after I left that conference, I said, no. I'm not trying to do that. I want to speak. And it showed me that I needed to, and if I want to do this, then I need to go all in on trying to become a speaker. So I decided to return back to Toastmasters. Now, I had went before, but I had never fully committed, like put the money in, invested in it, so I could actually do what I need to do. But this time, I wrote me a check that morning, and I decided I'm going to Toastmasters. And I arrived to the meeting, and the first speaker comes up. Her name is Jana. She gets up to speak. She is so poised, so eloquent. I don't even think she had any filler words, like I just said, likes, so's, none. Just communicates the point very concisely, very clearly. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm saying, wow, so good. Oh my gosh. And then the second speaker comes up, which was Bradley. And he's phenomenal. I mean, he gives a speech. He can tell a story so good with his words. I remember one time he told a story about this lady with ring fingernail polish, beating her fingers on the car. I mean, I was just, oh my gosh. I'm sitting in this meeting. There's these two phenomenal speakers. And I have decided to jump off the couch of life and say, instead of me being comfortable, I'm going to go all in on being a speaker. And I'm sitting here saying, I'm feeling intimidated, number one, because they're so freaking good. And I'm just saying to myself, man, I don't even know if I can talk like that. Will I ever be able to communicate in that way? And I really wanted to go back, because I was afraid in a way, and I was just kind of scared. Like I don't think. And almost like comparing in a way, like I don't know if I'll ever be that good, and I don't, just really doubting myself. And several weeks ago, both of them had given a speech, and it really resonated with me. So Jana, she was giving a speech about how when she first started in Toastmasters learning to communicate. And she was saying how Bradley was actually her mentor, but she was explaining how she wasn't that great when she first started, and just over time getting feedback from him, she gotten better because he was mentoring her. But then Bradley, he comes up and he tells us a speech. I think it was one of his icebreakers, and he said, "This is my 55th icebreaker." And it was like a light bulb came on for me in that moment, because all of the dots started connected. I thought back to when I came to that first meeting and what I was thinking. And I've come a long way on my journey with the organization. Like, I was even in a speech contest several weeks ago. But it just brought me back to that, and I was like, that's it right there. So number one, the first thing that came to me was, give yourself permission to be a beginner. When you're beginning something, more than likely, you're going to make mistakes, because you have taken a risk and you have moved off the couch of life, i.e. the comfort zone. Because in that meeting, I wanted to go back. I said, man, I can't do this. What am I doing? But when you decide to jump off the couch of life, you're a beginner. You're going to make mistakes. It's going to happen. But don't allow that fear of failing, or I should know more than what I already know. Don't allow that to stop you from doing what you have to do. I know when I was a first year as a teacher, Lord knows, I made a lot of mistakes. Huge. I was definitely a beginner. I think I was hoarse every day my first year, my 7th period class. I couldn't manage that thing worth a quarter. But through time, I learned that. But it's just giving ourselves permission to say we don't have all the answers. We are not an expert yet, but we're just a beginner. Number 2, don't compare your journey to others. In that meeting, when I sat there, I was literally doubting my own ability because I saw these phenomenal, great speakers. I said, man, I'll never be like that. But I was comparing to people who have given 55 speeches. You know how many speeches I had given? 0. None. I hadn't given any. But how often do we do that? Just in life, compare other people's journey to our own. We don't know what it took for people to get there. We see that on social media, comparing like, oh, I should be here. This person's doing that. And you know, all these different things. But you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Your journey is your journey and yours alone. No one else's. There's a quote that says, comparison is the root of suffering. And how true is that? Because when we're comparing ourselves to someone else of what we should be, then we're trying to meet a mark that we're never going to get to. Because right here, right now, it's all about who you be. You are you. And you'll never be like anyone else. And you're just going on whatever speed or whatever path that you need to go on. I know with my relationship coach, we often talk about like communication. It's something I've really been trying to work on. And I often say to myself, oh, I should be further along. I should be able to do it this way. Hello? No. That's not what it is. This is your journey. This is where you are. And so I just invite you to accept and appreciate your journey. It's not about what everyone else is doing. It's about you. So stay laser focused on what you need to do. Don't compare your journey to other people. Number 3 was mastery. Because one of the things I recognized that if we go back to point number 1, hey, guess what? These great speakers, they had been a beginner at one point too. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, it doesn't matter. Everyone at some point has been a beginner. However, they have mastered the skill of what they do. These speakers had mastered the skill of communication. LeBron James has mastered the skill of playing basketball. And I think we all have the capacity and the wherewithal to get smart at whatever it is that we want to do. Because when you're a beginner and you're making those mistakes, you can learn that just by putting in the work and the effort every single day. Will Smith has a quote that says, skill is something that's built by beating on your craft daily. And I think over the past couple months, that's one of the things that I have truly learned is that in order to be great at something, like you literally have to put in the effort and the work. I think that's the one thing that has like taken me to the next level as far as a communicator. And it's still ongoing, but it's about putting in the work and the effort and just getting those reps and whatever it is you're doing. If that's math, get in there and do the math, do the reps for math. If that's whatever it is, that thing that you really want to become an expert at, you have to do it. So let's wrap this thing up in a nice little bow. Number 1, give yourself permission to say when you jump off the couch of life or your comfort zone that you're a beginner, and that's okay, which leads to point number 2, don't compare your journey to others. 55 speeches. 0 is what I had given. And I was saying what I couldn't do based on what I saw experts doing. Which leads to the third point, you can become a master though. Because if you work on your skill, you can get to whatever level you are meant to be at. But you got to work on your skill daily. Thank you guys for watching. Get out there this week. Do those mental push-ups. But there's one more thing I need you to do. I need you to share this video with 3 people and spread the love, baby. Self-mastery. It's all about who we be. Much love and light. Be bold. Be brave. Be you. Because you, my friend, are beautiful. And I'm out.